No, I haven't put any pictures up yet. I've been busy. Really boring gray walls, right? Yeah, I gotta put up some pictures. And I don't have my books up yet. But I have been going to the library. So I have 3 books for you. We have first, this is Sadie. I think that's probably Sadie. We have Cosmo and the robot. Then we have the house at the end of the road. Appearances are deceiving. Just in time for October to almost start, maybe soon, with Halloween decorations. Spooky house. But first, we'll start with This is Sadie. This is Sadie with a fox mask. Words by Sarah O'Leary. Pictures by Julie Morstad. This is Sadie. This is Sadie. No, not that. That's a box. Sadie is inside the box. Wait, do you hear? Sadie says she's not inside the box at all. I'm on an enormous boat, she says, crossing a wide, wide sea. Here is Sadie now. She's looking for land. She's not looking too hard. Do you see any land yet? Sadie sails all the way around her room and back again, and it still isn't even time for breakfast. Sadie has learned to be quiet in the mornings because old people need a lot of sleep. When it is time to start the day, Sadie tidies her room. Then she chooses a dress. Don't tell the others, she whispers, but you are my favorite. Sadie's perfect day is spent with friends. Some of them live on her street, and some of them live in the pages of books. Sadie has been a girl who lived under the sea. I have found some jellyfish, and I think I spot 2 blue fish. Do you see them too? She has been raised by wolves. Sadie has had adventures in Wonderland. And she has played the hero in a world of fairy tales. This is Sadie. You probably think it's a tree, don't you? But is way, way up at the top is Sadie, chit-chatting with the birds. Sadie has wings, of course. They are just very, very hard to see. Still, she knows they are there. Maybe you have them too. Have you checked? Sadie's wings can take her anywhere she wants to go, and they always bring her home again. The days are never long enough for Sadie. So many things to make and do and be. Sadie likes to make boats of boxes and castles out of cushions. But more than anything, she likes stories, because you can make them from nothing at all. This is Sadie, and this is her story. The end. Night night, Sadie. Did you know that I love robots a lot? I love any story with robots, and I try to not to do too many because I know not everybody loves robots as much as I do. But I love robots, and I loved this picture. So I thought you might like this book called Cosmo and the Robot: Words and Pictures by Brian Pinkney. I wonder where Cosmo is that he needs to wear a helmet like that. Cosmo and the Robot. Rex was Cosmo's best friend. Rex was a gentle robot, afraid of his own shadow, and Cosmo liked him that way. Rex was not like Cosmo's big sister Jewel, who bossed him around. But one day Rex bumped his head and started acting like a monster. Cosmo's mother examined Rex and told Cosmo that Rex was broken for good. So Cosmo's father hauled Rex to the asteroid dump. It's for the best, said his mother. So long, clunker, said Jewel. But Cosmo was sad. He knew that life on Mars would never be the same. He lives on Mars. That's why he has the helmet. 'Cause there's no air on Mars. To cheer him up, Cosmo's parents gave Cosmo a super solar system utility belt with 10 supersonic attachments. Cosmo took apart Jewel's Easy Bake Oven with the Saturn ring screwdriver. You're a pain, Comet Head, yelled Jewel. Give me back my Saturn ring screwdriver, said Cosmo. Kids, please, said Cosmo's mother. I can't hear myself think, exclaimed Cosmo's father. So Cosmo and Jewel were sent to Zone 5 to collect rocks for an alpha proton experiment. I don't want any dilly-dallying, warned their mother. And Jewel, you keep an eye on Cosmo, said their father. Collecting rocks is so boring, said Jewel. I don't know why we had to come to this stupid planet anyway. Do you have to bring that dumb belt with you everywhere you go? I don't know, said Cosmo. Cosmo and Jewel came across an abandoned terrain rover. Cosmo started taking it apart with his mercury magneto wrench. Come on, Space Cadet, let's go. Do you have to play with junk all the time? Asked Jewel. I don't know, said Cosmo. He saved the nuts and bolts in his Neptune specimen bag. Look, I can't take this babysitting stuff. I know where the best rocks are, said Jewel. You wait here, and I'll be back in a little while. Cosmo examined their sockets and caps with his Uranus ultra magnifying glass. Cosmo finished pulling apart the terrain rover, but Jewel did not come back, and it would be dark soon. After a while, Cosmo took out his Pluto Maxoscope binoculars to look for Jewel. When Cosmo zoomed in, he saw Jewel in the asteroid dump running from a big, scary robot. It was Rex. Cosmo raced to the dump, crouched near a boulder, and checked his gear. He could hear Jewel yelling, "Leave me alone, you big metal mouth!" Cosmo called Rex on his Venus antenna speakerphone. "Rex, stop! It's me, Cosmo, your friend!" But Rex didn't stop. Cosmo pulled out his Jupiter coil cable and tried to lasso Rex, but Rex was too strong. Just as Rex lunged for Jewel, Cosmo made a huge dinosaur head using his hand and his sun laser beam flashlight. A scary shadow! Rex started to tremble. He stepped backward and fell. Kaboom! Do you remember that Rex was scared of shadows? "Thanks, Muffin Head. You saved my life. Let's get out of here." "Why are you just standing there?" asked Jewel. "I'm thinking," said Cosmo. "Don't touch that. What are you doing?" asked Jewel. "I'm fixing Rex," said Cosmo. "Cut that out. That looks dangerous." "Do you know what you're doing?" asked Jewel. "I think so," said Cosmo. Cosmo used his Earth electro-optic pliers and the nuts and bolts from his Neptune specimen bag. "You're really good at this. Let me help," said Jewel. "Will Rex be good as new?" asked Jewel. "I hope so," said Cosmo. When Rex stood up and put Cosmo on his back, Cosmo was so happy he let Jewel hold his Mars micro radar homing device. Cosmo, Jewel, and Rex headed for home, collecting rocks as they went. "Wait until Mom and Dad see Rex. I'm going to tell them how you fixed him. When we get home, will you fix my Easy Bake Oven?" asked Jewel. "Sure," said Cosmo. And Cosmo knew that life on Mars would be better than ever. Yay, Rex! Yay, Cosmo! But the last book is called The House at the End of the Road. Words and pictures by Kari Rust. The House at the End of the Road. Every summer, my brother Patrick and I visit our grandma. Our cousin Robert is usually there at the same time. He stays with Grandma a lot. "Robert, do I hear you bouncing again?" Grandma has 3 old bikes, and one of our favorite things to do is explore the town. This is what happened last summer. Look at that place. Who do you think lives there? No one. Let's go closer. Look. This is a bad idea, Robert. Hey! Someone lives there. There's even a skeleton in there. Have you ever seen a window break? No, Robert, don't! I don't think Robert really wanted to break the glass. The rock just tapped the window and skipped into the gutter. Suddenly, a ghost! And then we had a problem. What's their problem? Look, they left one of the bikes behind. What about the bike? Forget it. We should tell Grandma. No way. The next day, we had to tell Grandma. Grandma said it was the old Peterson house. Mr. Peterson had been Grandma's favorite teacher when she was a girl, but he wasn't a ghost. I'll take you there after breakfast. You three can apologize, and we'll pick up the bike. Where is that child? Robert's hiding in the closet. We were all pretty nervous. I hope Grandma's sure about that ghost. Come along now. Err. Ah! Ah! We soon learned about Mr. Peterson's sense of humor. He was pretending to be a ghost. He invited us inside this old house. My goodness, Robert, get down. It was full of fascinating things. Each one had a story. There were films that played with a whirring projector and piles of old books about plants and animals. Some had flowers pressed in them from years before. Mr. Peterson showed us toys that moved without batteries and an old photograph of a swimming hole. We could hardly believe he was the boy in the striped bathing suit. When it was time to go, Mr. P gave us each a gift: an old camera for Robert, beautiful pencils and a notebook for me, gardening tools for Patrick, and an old-fashioned board game for Grandma. We visited the house a lot over the summer. We loved its cool, dark basement, its creaky attic, and its tumble-down garden, still pretty in its own way. Then one day, Mr. Peterson wasn't there. Instead, there was a man posting a sign on the door. He said that the house was old and unsafe. Mr. Peterson had been moved out. No! Go away! Robert, what are you doing? Grandma found out that Mr. Peterson was taken to a retirement house by the river. He'd caught a bad cold, so no visitors for 2 weeks. By then, summer would be over and we'd be gone. We decided to go back and save Mr. P's things. But we were too late. Everything was gone. Robert stormed off. Patrick found a little tin under the porch and started filling it with seeds and clippings from the old garden. Maybe we could save something for Mr. P. I sat down and started to write. That evening, Robert came back so late he almost missed dinner. He finally showed up with an envelope of photos he had taken. The pictures were of ordinary things around Mr. P's house, but somehow Robert had made them look beautiful. Robert was full of surprises. Hey, did you go back inside the house? Robert! We packed our collections in a box before we left. See if we can get a better picture of that for you. Come on, camera. I think this camera's getting old and cranky. Here's my finger. Nobody wants to see that. There it goes. Grandma promised to deliver our package to Mr. Peterson. And she did. I can hardly wait till next summer. The end of all the books. Well, these 3 books. Lots more books in the library that I have to get for you. But I'll never run out of love for you. Because I love you so much. All right, you ready? Here we go. Let's practice. Wave, wave. Pointy finger, pinky finger, thummy finger. And what does this mean? I love you. All right, sing with me, please. I love you. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye. I love you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye. I love you. See you next time. Bye.